week off. And, you know, a lot of times you think of it as being the halfway point of the season. No, folks, it's like 2/3 of the season is gone.
54 games, in fact. Tonight, game number 55, first one here in Salt Lake City. Thank you for being with us. Here's Jalen Williams. Got down low. Chet Holmgren. That is going to be a deep two.
I'm Hartenstein with the presence of mind to find that corner three ball from Chet Holmgren as the shot clock was expiring.
Clarkson usually coming off the bench throughout the course of his career. That's a hard drive. Hartenstein's able to take away the rebound. And SGA.
You know, you got to start giving Chet those kind of, you know, he disturbs the shot type of thing.
In the lane, one of the best defenders on this great Thunder defensive team. Collins outside has been shooting it really well from three over the course of the season. There's another miss by Utah. SGA ran into a wall of defenders, so kick it out. Dort the three, no. And Clarkson back the other way. Well, the Thunder certainly well represented over All-Star weekend with SGA. That looked like it might have been a double dribble. Jalen Williams and Mark Daigneault, of course, and that time Collins.
The high flyer, but he's really added that over the last 3 or 4 seasons to his offense. And how about this guy? His first All-Star appearance last weekend in San Francisco. J-Dub knocking down the trifecta.
So much deserved for Jalen Williams and all the great things that he has done. There's a missed three from Collier, and SGA the rebound. Hartenstein on the cut, and Hartenstein right through the defense. Excellent.
That's what you got to do, folks. When you're around a shot blocker, you got to bend the rim.
We've seen Hartenstein with so many brilliant passes over the course of the season. But that time it was J-Dub setting him up. It looked like Collins had the rebound, lost it, now diving for it. Holmgren hasn't had a whole lot of success over the course of the season. Clarkson has had a lot of success. He's been a professional scorer. Is able to fend off Hartenstein. A couple of big rebounders. Is marking it in there. Too strong. Now SGA, 2-on-2. Going right at Utah. Pulls up just short of the free throw line. No good. And the Jazz back the other way. As Hartenstein trying to keep Clarkson in front. Got it back out to the perimeter, and I believe that's going to be a travel on Collins. But you also got a ton of young players on this Utah team. Hartenstein up top, tried to go to Holmgren, and Holmgren was able to stick with it and taps it back in.
Yeah, he went up rare air where no one else can get the ball. Tip in. My goodness. I mean, he tipped in his own miss, but he was so high that no one could get up there to contest it.
Collins pulls up again in the mid-range. And so he is pacing Utah's offense. Well, Chet Holmgren was able to play 3 games prior to the All-Star break. And what Mark Daigneault said was 3 bonus games in just getting him back into the mix. Something that's going to take a little bit of time. Hartenstein, the flash there below the free throw line, no good. But certainly intriguing getting him back out on the floor with Hartenstein, as there's a drive getting all the way to the rim. Was Collier, left it short. And Clarkson bouncing off of J-Dub. Thunder switch on defense. J-Dub on Markkanen. Markkanen pulls up, no good. And Holmgren able to grab the rebound. SGA trying to get around Collins, does so, flicks it up, and then the soft.
Some of those numbers we just kicked out to you just really don't match up. Now I'm speaking from a player point of view. It just doesn't match up to what young players do. Things that's happened that's brought the Thunder to this 44-10 record here in post All-Star break.
Oh, SGA's diagonal pass intended for Caruso and is over. And it is time to get back to work.
Well, and you know what? I thought he did explain that very well in the pregame presser, just talking about how, you know, with teams coming back from the All-Star.
Collins got around the screen, used it, pulled up, missed the shot. J-Dub battling. Walker Kessler, their offensive rebound. Clarkson has already made 1-3. That was way short. Markkanen on the rebound. It never hit the rim. And the Thunder come up with it on the block. Caruso 2-on-1, nice pass. It starts slipping behind the defense. Clarkson Offensive rebound. Dort, the deflection. He just got that hand in there. He was anticipating that baseline pass to George.
He threw that right out of the page of a football player. Thunder getting good looks to live with that shot by Chet Holmgren. He knocked down a three in the corner already in this quarter.
Was wide open. There's another travel.
And it's amazing to me that very few players, I think, really are starting to understand just how good he is.
High-level instincts from Lu Dort, who just has not gotten enough credit. He's been one of the best defensive players in the NBA this year. And Shea did it on the defensive end to making those kind of plays. Caruso left open, little ball fake, and Caruso cashes in the three.
Ball. And all of a sudden, the defense just went away from him. Being the savvy veteran that he is, he just called his own number.
Defense looked a little lost there, anticipating that corner pass. Caruso, his three-point shooting has improved here over the last month or two. Again, there's SGA, might have tied up Clarkson. Cross-court pass. Markkanen to beat the shot clock, no good. Tipped up, Holmgren battling for it. Markkanen just right there to clean it up. And Mark Daigneault's going to call the timeout. And glad to see it getting recognized. Caruso's pass got picked off. But J-Dub, so much production on so many different levels is Springer.
Consistent, you know, that's really unusual for a guy in his third season, man. He hit the ground running from year one. As the Thunder continue to knock down threes.
Boy, the Utah defense really giving Kenrich, really giving the Thunder a lot of space out behind that three-point line. And Kenrich Williams, even coming off of the bench, Michael, he's always ready to shoot.
Yeah, you even mentioned, you know, just moments ago about how wide open Caruso was on a three-point shot.
So far, 4 threes here in the first quarter. Clarkson, he's stuck. George, hand in the face. What does he decide to do here? Shot clock as SGA swallowed him up. Gonna block that out of bounds.
On the same play. They're so wide open right there in that middle. Thunder are just finding those right players. You know, sometimes that first pass is so important.
But that's become an option now, Michael, for the Thunder. When teams go zone, you see it a lot, that flash in the middle of the floor from Kenrich Williams. We've seen it. That time it was SGA. Cason Wallace, good defense, and that is off.
The Thunder just having a full roster for the first time all season.
Wiggins trying to track down that rebound and does. Caruso again from the outside as Alex Caruso dials up.
Aaron Wiggins just chased that ball down and got there before two black shirts. And that play turned golden for the Thunder.
So many guys are just committed to extra effort plays. We'll talk about 44-10. That's going to be a foul and an and one.
Two brothers in the NBA playing against one another, close in age. And, you know, if you don't watch our pregame show, you won't know this. But how many sets of brothers are currently playing in the NBA? I know because Nick Gallo and Paris Lawson told me in the pregame show, if you had been watching it, you would know that number too.
I was surprised with Nick and Paris as there is a transition three in the corner. And it's Keontae George. First points of the game for him. But I don't know if you were surprised, Michael. It's a bigger number than you might think.
Well, I'm going to hold off for a minute about this. Good passing. Paris Lawson told me. I might want to have Paris share that with you because I learned a lot. I learned a lot in that pregame show. I'm just saying. I learned a lot. It's kind of like becoming my cheat sheet. You know, you're like when you're taking that test and you go in there, you got that little cheat sheet. All right, don't listen to me, folks. I don't want you getting in trouble for cheating. Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that. That's really cool.
Custom action, but what a great feat, great accomplishment, great moment. Didn't happen in the first two. There's a miss on the drive and transition. Springer, the offensive rebound, put back no good.
And then I'll tell you.
Let's take a look at tonight's Paris Devon. This list has been in a long time, and Mark Daigneault addressed it before the game. Finally getting some guys back, having a full allotment of players. Michael, here over these final 28 games for OKC, getting everybody comfortable, getting everybody incorporated, and so they're as comfortable as they possibly can be going into the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely, and as you just mentioned, this is the healthiest they've been since training camp. So kudos. Get everybody back tonight. And for the final 28 games of the season. Thunder going to hold for the last shot here. Jazz got a foul to give.